I've been a citizen of Clay County for the last 59 years of my life. I was born here, raised here. I have served on the Clay County Sheriff's Office for 29 years, retired as a Clay County deputy. And also in that time, I've been on the Moorhead School Board for the last 14 years. Service is kind of my thing. I love serving the citizens of Clay County and being part of the community and hearing what the community wants or needs. So I'm going to be out there and I'm going to listen to the community. I worked as a Clay County deputy for 29 years. 26 of those 29 years, I worked in the patrol division, and I worked under the 3 different sheriffs. So I learned to be out there in the public, talking to the public and listening to the public. Now I've been working on the Moorhead School Board for 14 years, and part as a board chair and just a director, treasurer. I've learned a lot about budgets and finances and working with legislators and trying to keep the funding up for the schools. My top 3 priorities would be mental health and chemical dependency within the county. Through the law enforcement, I've noticed that our chemical dependency and mental health continues to grow, and that is something we need to, as a society, figure that out. And I don't know what the answer is, but we're going to try and fix some of it. Number 2 would be the property taxes within Clay County. We have to find funding sources to try and keep the property taxes down so people can afford to stay in their property and their houses when they get retired, such as I am. And we need to keep that going so we have our community that we have right now. And 3 would be infrastructure and public safety. Infrastructure is something we always need to continue to update, upgrade, and the costs of infrastructure and public safety are getting astronomical, and we just need to find new funding sources. Public safety, we want to be in a place that we feel safe, secure, no different than when you're going home. You want to be home and you want to be secure. You want that in your county or your city also. Some of the most significant opportunities I feel Clay County is going to have is the aviation, sustainable aviation business that's going to be coming into Moorhead. We need to have tax incentives for these businesses in order to keep these small businesses or big businesses coming in. We also need to incentivize keeping businesses within our towns and our counties, because that's what keeps the work here, that's what keeps the economy going, keeps our farmers going, it keeps our businesses going, and that's what we need. Well, things to attract businesses, I think, are just incentives in itself. We need incentives in order to bring in small businesses, to keep our farmers running, to keep our economy going. With that, we also need to bring in schools. Our school needs to be funded properly in order to bring the workforce in to help us with the small businesses. So we need all that in order to keep this economy rolling in this county. Workforce attraction, I think we really need to look at the state and set up border city tax incentives, because we fall behind trying to keep our businesses open in the Clay County area just because of all the taxes that we might have to pay in Minnesota. Nothing against the taxes. We need tax base. We need to pay for infrastructure and stuff, but we need to incentivize businesses to come into Clay County. And as far as that goes, we need to invest in business or in our schools, because like our career academy we have going on in the Moorhead School District has brought in a lot of workforce for our businesses, and that's what's needed in here, because we need the workforce to help keep our economy rolling. Well, some of the tools we can use is partnerships with our developers in order to incentivize them in order to come in and make developments in order to bring in housing for our people. We need to have good housing, affordable housing, and we need to make it so like our infrastructure costs are down a little bit so that we can use TIF funding in order to pay for some of that infrastructure, so people aren't getting socked with all these specials that they get from when you build a new house or you buy a house and you have specials on it. To get to know me more, you need to know me and my family. My family has been a service family our whole life. I have served the Clay County community through the Sheriff's Office. My wife is a respiratory therapist, serves the community through her job. I have a daughter that's a nurse, serves the community through her job. And then I have another daughter who's a school teacher. So my family has always been service orientated, whether it's work or out of work. I've been on the volunteer fire department in Glendon for a few years. I've been on the Moorhead School Board for 14 years. And hopefully people believe that I have done a good job, and that's what I want to continue to do, is doing a good job to make Clay County a great place to live.